1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. You've probably heard that in a history class, right? Well, in 1493, on their second voyage, Christopher Columbus actually brought a doctor with him on the voyage, and his name was Juan Alvarez Chanca. Now, Juan Alvarez, when they began to make their expedition from Spain all the way through the Americas, they actually landed in a place called the West Indies. Now, in the West Indies, they found a peculiar vegetable called the pepper. Now, peppers can come in all shapes and sizes, but the ones that Juan found were very hot, right? Super, super hot. Now, you might have seen these in the grocery store. They're green. This one, tiny little one called a jalapeno. Don't cut it open without having gloves on your hand because the seeds are super hot. Then there's another one called an Anaheim pepper. Now, this isn't quite as hot. The bigger they get, the less hot they are. Now, when you cut this open, still it can kind of be a little bit hot. So even if it gets on your fingers, there's something called capsicum. That if it gets on your fingers and you accidentally touch your eyes, you will feel it burn. So be careful when you touch these ones. This one is actually called a poblano pepper. Super delicious, but also a little bit spicy. Join me in the kitchen and I'm going to show you a little bit about the sweet peppers. So once Diego Alvarez found the peppers, they took them back to Spain. And when the people grew the peppers, they actually tasted them and thought they tasted a little bit spicy, like these peppercorns. You know, the kind of peppercorns that people put in a pepper grinder, right? And it turns into pepper we put on our food. Well, because they thought they were spicy, they got the name peppers, right? Now, these are the spicy peppers, but as they cultivated in different countries and people started loving peppers all over the world, they began to develop different kinds of peppers too, sweet peppers. So these are the kind of peppers called bell peppers that we're talking about. We have mini bell peppers and then we have big bell peppers. The reason that they call them bell peppers, watch this. So if you cut open a pepper, inside, right here by the root system, is where they have a bell-shaped set of seeds. And that's why it got called the bell pepper. And these are deliciously sweet. They're so fantastic. So anytime that you look at peppers, make sure that you understand that these dark green ones are typically going to be a little bit hotter, but these big ones are not hot at all. They're in fact a little bit sweet. And the more red colors actually have a little bit more flavor and sweetness as well. They're all very delicious for you. And the superhero this week is vitamin A. So vitamin A is found in every single pepper. It's absolutely delicious and it does two things. Well, three, but I'm going to tell you two. Number one, it helps your eyes to be super strong, right? So it keeps your eyesight strong. The second thing it does is that it also helps your immune system, right? Your immune system is what helps fight off germs. So if your neighbor has a cold, you don't get it, right? So that you can have an immune system so that every time there's a sickness around, you don't get it. So those two things are what vitamin A does for you, and it's super, super helpful. We're gonna make a delicious little omelet with red and green peppers. All I did was cut off a little slice, right? Kind of like an apple. You cut off a slice and look how pretty that is. Remember how we talked about the bell shape right in here? That's why they're called the bell peppers. Well, cut off this part, cut them into little strips. Now this is a great way to put them into your vegetable tray, right? Or if you already have them in your vegetable tray, go ahead and cut them up, put them in your omelet, right? I'm gonna cut them this way and just get them super small. You can leave them bigger if you like, but I kind of like the bite-sized pieces. So I think that'll be enough. Now I'm gonna cut the red ones, same thing, cut them lengthwise. Be really careful, sharp knives, and then turn it sideways and cut them this way. All right, now once we get all these cut up, meet me over at the pan and I'll show you what we're gonna do. So starting off with a little bit of butter in the pan. Sometimes you can add a little bit of olive oil too, because it makes the butter be able to cook at a higher temperature. So I'm gonna kind of mix that around, right? Then once it starts to sizzle and get hot, add the peppers. So I cut up both the red and the green, right? Now if you like onions, throw onions in there. How about some garlic? Whatever you like, throw them in there. Now cook them just briefly. Oh, I can already smell them. They just smell delicious. Ooh, shake them back and forth. Get them a little bit coated. Now, once they're in the pan, let them cook for just a minute. Take your fork and stir this up. All I did was crack 2 eggs in a bowl and a little bit of milk, right? Now I'm gonna stir these up, right? Get it all mixed together for your little omelet. Now, I add a little bit of salt. If you don't want salt, don't add it. If you like salt and pepper, go ahead and put some pepper in there, right? Stir that up one more time. Now I can hear my peppers. I think they're ready. All I'm gonna do is slowly pour this egg right over those peppers. Oh, look at that. It's gonna cover the whole pan. Now, I keep it on kind of a low setting because we kind of want to keep it cooking at the same rate all around the pan. I actually had a little bit of ham left over, so I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit of ham in there. It's almost done. Now, 2 different kinds of cheese. So I like feta cheese. I'm gonna sprinkle that on there. And then we're gonna sprinkle on our sharp cheddar. I really love sharp cheddar because it has a ton of flavor. It adds a little bit of a bite. Good. Now it's almost done. I'm gonna take it. Oh, wish me luck. I'm gonna fold it in half and almost there. If it doesn't turn out, just bring it up and put it into scrambled eggs. It's delicious either way, right? Give this one more minute. I'll show you when it's plated up. So this is perfect. Come on over here. We're gonna plate a little bit up. Put it right on this plate. Now remember, the omelets are really a fun way to cook anything you want. Any kind of deli meat you have, any kind of vegetable, any kind of cheese you like, they all really taste delicious in omelets. Okay, add a little cottage cheese, protein, maybe a piece of toast for your carbohydrates, and then enjoy. I'm gonna take a big bite of these peppers. Oh, doesn't that look delicious with those red peppers in there? They're just slightly cooked, but they're still gonna be sweet and delicious. Oh. It's so good. I can taste both kinds of cheeses. That is hot. Both kinds of cheeses. It's delicious. It's got a little bit of crunch because of the peppers. Oh, it's so good. So my challenge this week is to make your omelet if you'd like, or find a way to eat peppers any way you like. Remember, go to the website, yogamedo.com, and leave your favorite way to eat peppers. Tell us your favorite way. Maybe you like to dip it in ranch. Maybe you like to put them on sandwiches. Maybe you like to grill them. Share with us your favorite way to eat peppers. We'll see you in the other room for yoga. Hi, boys and girls. How many of you ever wished or ever imagined that you could fly, right? I remember when I was a little girl, I used to love watching birds in the sky because I imagined that I could fly. It's one of the greatest things ever to just try to tell yourself a story about flying, right? Well, today with yoga, we have a pose where we're gonna fly. It's called Superman and Superwoman, right? And then we're gonna take it into something we call bow pose, where your body's in the shape of a bow and an arrow. It's really fun. Before we get there, we're gonna take a little bit of time to breathe. So let's come up on our knees. All you're gonna do is bring your knees together, put your thumbs on your rib cage, tap your belly, right? That helps us to be aware of our breath. And here we go. Inhale. And exhale. Now with each breath, try and take more air in, okay? Here we go. Inhale. Fill your lungs right up, and then exhale. Let all that air out. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale, bring the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back. Good, now leave them down, okay? Now, one breathing game we're gonna try is called surprise breath. Now, we may have already done this before, but I want you to imagine that you've opened up your favorite present, okay? So all you're gonna do is take in as much air as you possibly can, actually through your mouth this time, and then hold it, okay? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Hold it. And exhale. Nice job. Let's try it one more time. Ready? Inhale. And hold it. Nice job. So it's a challenge right when you get to the top not to laugh, right? So that's a really fun way to get a lot of oxygen into your body, rejuvenate the brain and help it to get thinking again, and then let all that oxygen out. Not quickly, but kind of steadily to keep that heart rate even. Nice job. So that's a fun exercise for a breathing technique. All right, let's try Superman and Superwoman. All you're gonna do is push your chairs in, stand up, push your chairs in. You're gonna try to find a flat space right around your classroom somewhere, okay? So I just want you to lay right on the ground. And all you're gonna do is reach your arms out and reach your legs back as far as you can. Okay, good. Give your spine lots of room. Right, now when you feel like you've gone far enough, all we're gonna do is take off. So leave your feet on the floor, your arms come up. You ready? Inhale. Now notice right off which muscles you're using. Pay attention. Is it your lower back? Is it your middle back? Is it your arms? Good, we'll be here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath, turn to the right, turn to the left, back to the center, lift a little higher, and exhale, drop it back down. Nice job, way to go. Now, I want you to imagine that you're going down in your flight, okay? So lift your hands down, spread your fingertips far apart, place them on the ground, and then lift your legs up, okay? Here we go. Inhale up, keep breathing. Notice what muscle you're using. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths, reach forward, inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Nice job, rest for 1 minute. Actually, not 1 minute, we're ready to go. Now we're gonna do full Superman or Superwoman. Okay, so we're gonna bring our arms up and our legs up at the same time. Here we go, inhale up. Good, turn to the right, turn to the left, lift a little higher, and land. Nice job, way to go. Okay, our last pose is bow pose, right? Like a bow and arrow. So all you're gonna do is bring your legs up, wrap your hands around to your feet. Now if this hurts your knees at all, you don't have to do it. You can just be like this, right? But if you feel like you can comfortably wrap your hands around your feet, what you're gonna do is kick your feet into your hands, okay? So instead of pulling on your legs, that kind of hurts your knees a little bit, I want you to kick your feet into your hands, and all of a sudden you'll notice you're pulling your chest up, okay? So we're gonna be here for 3 breaths. And with each breath, I want you to keep kicking those feet into the hands, okay? Here we go, inhale. Good, inhale. One more time, inhale. You're strong, you can do 1 more, inhale. And release it back to Superman and Superwoman and release. Nice job, way to go. Now let's do our daydream pose. Okay, so for daydream today, come into crisscross applesauce. Place your hands in a comfortable position. And I want you to think about either your favorite bird or flying, right? I don't care where you fly. It could be cold, it could be warm, it could be sunny, it could be cloudy. That's what you get to decide. But I want you to daydream about flying, okay? So get your hands comfortable, rest your legs, rest your arms, release your shoulders, and we're gonna close our eyes, and we're gonna focus for 1 minute and 15 seconds on flying, okay? So close your eyes. Start finding your breath. Inhale and exhale. And let your breath develop its own pattern. Whatever feels comfortable to you. Ask yourself a few questions. Does it feel warm? Does it feel cold? Am I big? Am I little? What colors are my feathers? All these different kind of things to help your imagination and to help your daydream become a little bit more vivid and real. Good, 15 more seconds. Slowly wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes and move your head from side to side. Open your eyes. Nice job. Now before we take our last breath, notice your body. Are your shoulders tight? Does your neck feel tight? How about your stomach? Take a little body scan and ask, am I tight? Are my muscles tight anywhere? Do I feel any tension? Once in a while, that's helpful to do when you're asking yourself, how am I feeling? How am I doing? So notice that. Now let's take our final breath. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, exhale back down. Nice job. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you next week on Yoga Me Do.